Hey there and welcome over here today. As you could tell, I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite pie recipes of all time. I'm going to be showing you 4 different super duper easy, delicious pie recipes that are perfect for this holiday season. So I hope you enjoy them and let's get straight to it. To get us started off, we're going to be making this upside down apple pecan pie, and man, this one is really good. So to begin, I'm just chopping up 1 cup of pecans into smaller pieces. To my 9-inch pie plate, I'm just adding our pecans that we just chopped up, along with a 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar and a 1/3 cup of melted butter. Then you're just going to mix this all to combine. You want to coat everything in the butter. This recipe is kind of unique, but you gotta trust me, it's really good. So I just have this pre-packaged pie crust. I just laid one of those pie crusts right on top. Of course, you can make your own pie crust, but I just opted out of that just because I didn't want to for this recipe. And then on top of the pie crust that we just laid on our pecans, I'm just adding 1 teaspoon of all-purpose flour. Over to our apples, we're going to begin on our apple mixture. So I have 6 small to medium-sized Granny Smith apples that I peeled and sliced into smaller pieces. Over to this separate bowl, I added our apples right in there along with 2 tablespoons of flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. This mixture is going to be so flavorful and delicious. You're just going to want to mix this all to combine. Right on top of that pie crust, you're going to be adding your apples down, and you're going to spread your apples out as even as possible. Remember, the apples do shrink down a little bit while baking. That's just what happens. So if it looks like a lot of apples, just don't worry. So with the second pie crust, I'm just going to lay that right on top and then pinch down the edges, and I'm going to slit about 4 to 6 holes right on the top just so it could vent easier. This is going to bake on a baking tray just like this in the oven on 375 degrees for about 40 to 50 minutes or until it's nice and golden brown. And then out of the oven, you're going to wait an additional 30 to 40 minutes before you flip it upside down. And I just flipped this upside down on a plate, just a large plate, and this is what it looks like upside down because it is an upside down pie. Anyways, some of the pecans did stick on the bottom of the pie pan, but I just scraped them off with a spoon. This came out really good. It is one of my family's favorite pies just because you get pecan pie along with apple pie, and it is just really good. Also, I can't get over how simple and easy this is to make. It pairs perfect with some ice cream on the side. Now we're making a classic blueberry pie. Everybody loves blueberry pie, so I thought I'd show you my favorite blueberry pie recipe. So this is how we make our homemade pie crust in our home. It is very simple. We do 2 cups of flour along with 2 sticks of butter. This butter is very cold, and I did cube it into smaller pieces. And then you're going to just mix this all together. I mix mine in a food processor just so it's a little bit easier than mixing it with a fork or anything like that. Here's what your pie crust should look like when it's done mixing together. It will look dry for the first minute or so, and then it will eventually create itself into a ball. I just put the pie crust on some wax paper and I separated it into 2 different balls, one for the bottom of the pie crust and then the second for the top of the pie crust. Then I just chilled this in my refrigerator for about an hour. Here we are about an hour later. I just rolled the pie crust out with my rolling pin. So it was pretty thin, and then I placed it into my pie dish just like this. And then you're going to want to spread it out as even as possible and have some overlay over the edges. Of course, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The second pie crust that I made for the top, it actually fell on the ground. So now I'm having to use a store-bought pie crust for the top, but that is okay. So I'm just cutting this into about 13 to 15 pieces with my pizza cutter. They don't have to be perfect measurements unless you want them perfect, but mine are never perfect. Again, if you do want them perfect, just go ahead and measure them with a ruler. So now into this bowl, I have 6 cups of fresh blueberries that I did clean off really well. And now I'm adding about 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, along with 1 teaspoon of some vanilla extract. You're going to mix this all together and set it to the side. To this separate bowl, I'm just going to be adding 1/4 cup of this cornstarch in there, along with 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of some salt, and 1/2 cup of some normal sugar. You're just going to mix all of this to combine. Back over to our blueberries, we're going to be adding the cornstarch mixture right in there, and you're going to incorporate these ingredients together. To my pie pan, I'm just adding our blueberry mixture right in there, and then I'm going to begin to work on the lattice work right on top. So this might seem kind of complicated, but I promise you it's really not. You're just going to add 5 of your strips of pie dough right to the top, and then you're going to fold down the second and the fourth strips of pie dough, and then you're going to lay 1 strip of pie dough right in there, and then you're going to peel down the first, the third, and the 5th strips, and then put another strip of pie dough right in there. Like I said, it seems complicated, but it's fairly easy. Now that I'm through with that, I'm just going to fold over the edges of the pie crust to make it a little bit prettier. Again, I'm not perfect, so it was in no way, shape, or form perfect. So now to work on the egg wash, you're going to want 1 egg yolk. So I just got my egg yolk like this with the little strainer, and then you're going to add in a tablespoon of some milk to that and whisk it all together. Once you're through with that, you're just going to get a pastry brush like this and brush the top of your pie crust. If you don't have a pastry brush, you could kind of skip this point. It's not mandatory, but it's just going to make your pie nice and golden on top. The edges of this pie do get fairly crisp easily, so I'm just laying some aluminum foil around the edges just like this, so when it goes in the oven it doesn't burn. This is going to bake in the oven on 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. And then after the 20 minutes, the top of my pie was kind of getting crisp, so I put some aluminum foil on it. And then you're going to want to turn down your oven to 350 degrees and bake this in the oven for an additional 40 to 50 minutes. Here is what it looks like out of the oven. We were super duper impressed. This came out really good. If you want a more tart blueberry pie taste, you could add some more lemon juice to it. If you don't want it as tart, go ahead and skip out on the lemon juice. But like I said, this was so good, especially delicious with some ice cream on the side. Now we're making some Mississippi mud pie. My dad's been asking me to make this mud pie for weeks, so I finally got around to doing it. We're going to begin on the pie crust first. So into this bag, I'm just adding about 20 Oreos, and I'm going to bang them with my meat mallet, or you could just squish them with a food processor or anything like that. And then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of melted butter in there and give it a good shake. Onto the bottom of my pie dish, I just added our crushed Oreos right in there, and you're going to stick this into a preheated oven to 350 degrees for about 8 minutes. Now, in my opinion, this is the best part. We're going to work on the fudge. So into my saucepan, I added about 1/4 cup of some butter, along with 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 1 cup of some powdered sugar, and I'm adding in 6 ounces of evaporated milk. All you're going to do now is let this melt down and stir it very consistently. And you're going to let this simmer on your stove for about 5 minutes. Again, you do want to stir this very often or else it will burn. This is what it should look like. It should look nice and fudgy. I just let that cool on my stove for about 15 minutes so it doesn't melt the ice cream too much. And now I'm going to be pouring half of it right on top of our pie crust. I also did let this pie crust cool down completely after I took it out of the oven. You don't want any of this too warm or else, again, it will melt the ice cream. Of course, this step is optional, but I'm adding a 1/2 cup of chopped up almonds right on top of the fudge, and that's going to give this fudge so much flavor. And I just spread them out as even as possible. And now for your ice cream, you could use coffee ice cream, but I like to use Jamocha almond fudge, so I just added that right on top. And this ice cream, I also let it set out for about 15 minutes, just so it wasn't rock hard when I tried to spread it out. So I spread that out as even as possible and then put the remainder of our fudge right on top of that ice cream. Now on the very top, I'm just adding some whipped cream on there. I just made some homemade whipping cream by whipping up some heavy whipping cream, but you could use Cool Whip or anything like that. And then on the very top, I'm adding an additional 1/2 cup of almonds that I chopped into smaller pieces. Then this is going to go in the oven to freeze for about 8 to 10 hours. And here it is. This came out so good. We were impressed by it. It was really good. It was everything you want your mud pie to be and more. Of course, we have to make some pumpkin pie. This is not the most glamorous looking pumpkin pie ever, but it is certainly the yummiest pumpkin pie. So to this bowl, I added in 3 eggs along with 1/3 cup of brown sugar and 1/2 cup of normal sugar, and you're just going to whisk these ingredients to combine. Now that that's all whisked together, we're going to go ahead and add in our can of pure pumpkin puree. This is just 1 15-ounce can of that. Next, you're going to be adding in your 3/4 cup of some heavy whipping cream along with 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, and 1/2 teaspoon of some regular old kosher salt. You're going to whisk this all together until it becomes smooth. Now you're going to line your pie pan with some pie crust. Of course, you can make your own pie crust or you could use store-bought, whatever your preference is. Then you're going to add your pie mixture right in there, and this is going to go into a preheated oven to 425 degrees for 15 minutes. After those 15 minutes, you're going to reduce the oven temperature to 375 degrees and bake it for an additional 35 to 45 minutes, and here it is out of the oven. If you're looking for an extraordinarily easy pie to make this year, this one definitely might be the one for you. I can't tell you how easy this pumpkin pie is to make, but it has so much flavor, you will love it. And that is a wrap of this video today. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I wanted to wish you a happy Thanksgiving from my family to yours, whether you are celebrating alone this year or with people. I just wanted to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you are staying safe and healthy at this time. We are thinking about you. Anyways, if you are new here, we'd love to have you, so go ahead and subscribe down below the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.